it makes such a difference. I mean, for me, growing up in Hawaii, when I see this film, and I see the rough cuts and all of that, it's such a different feeling when I see local people playing local people versus outsiders trying to be local people, playing local characters. And I think it's so meaningful, and I think I wish that a lot of the veterans who have left us already, I just wish that they could see this movie, when it's over. I mean, this is 16 years. It's been, 16-year project so far, and but just seeing her, just overcome obstacle after obstacle, it's truly inspiring. And I think her heart and her determination, is just so fitting for this story, because I think it truly exemplifies, just the character of the veterans and the story that she's trying to tell. So.
There's more and more veterans and people who have experienced the very bad memories in World War II. More and more pass away. And for younger generations, what should we do to share the experience and the history within Japan and the United States?
I mean, I think the bottom line is, I think for the younger generation, I think it's important for them to have, these role models, these heroes as people they can look up to, in a way as a kind of mentor them, steward them, because these were individuals who really believed in something and fought for what they thought was right, no matter what the circumstances were, they did what they felt was right in their heart. And that idea can be applied to anything in their life, and I think that it's important for kids to see that, for them to stand up for what they believe in, and even though it may be the hardest road to take, if the hardest path to take, but if you think that's the right thing to do, you need to fight for it and do it, because, it's that sacrifice. It's also, being a Japanese American, living in this country today, I always say that I realize I have a much better life because of the sacrifices that they made, and I think younger children need to think about that, they weren't just thinking about themselves, but they were thinking about, the future and the younger generation, as well, doing what they thought was right for their parents and the generation that's going to come. And I think that's so important that we think about the children, we think about the future, and that's what these veterans fought for, and whether they all knew it or not at the time, it's made such a tremendous impact on the world and the way that we view each other. Right? So,
do you have any specific experience when you make songs to remember the history or experience of veterans?
Yeah, well, for me, I'm going to start digging into the music part of it, the soundtrack now, and just, the footage alone is just going to be a tremendous source of inspiration. I don't know, I mean, there's such an incredible story there that does not need to be doctored in any way, does not need to be altered in any way, and I think that's one thing that I respect so much about Stacy's vision is, she's just telling their story. She's not trying to make it her own story or make it someone else's story, but she's just telling their story from the way that they shared it with her. So I think it's just going to be just such a tremendous film. I think it's going to impact so many people.
Sorry, I don't know about so much. Sorry about that. So you provided some songs for your film.
He's gonna write the soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm writing the soundtrack, and years ago, I don't know, six years ago or something. 7 years ago, when we were talking about this, and I had written a song, for Stacy for her movie, and it was called "Go for Broke." And it's funny because that was 7 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very long time ago.
But it's
very long.
Weird. So the first part of this of my, I guess, contribution, was re-recording the "Go for Broke" theme, in a way that would be appropriate for this film.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, and hello. Overbroke. Oh, that's Yusuke Ogawa and Jake. And see, all these people are watching at home. Oh, and there's Yukari. Say hi, Yukari. Yeah.
Oh, are they here? Oh, they're here. Okay.
Bye.
Oh.
Finish.